So it's been a while. Channels went quiet, the truck has went nowhere, and for a while I didn't go anywhere either. This video is going to be me catching you up and getting back to it. At the end of last year I left my job and I had some time before I started into something new, and in my head the plan was obvious. I'd finally have the time, the headspace, the ability to get into the garage and work on the truck, to actually get it finished, to drive it forward. That was the plan, but the reality looked very, very different. So I'd come out here, stand in the garage, I'd look at the truck, look at the jobs, but then there'd just be nothing. I couldn't work out where to start, and I didn't have the energy to figure that out. And I think just generally in life I'd been running on fumes for longer than I'd realised. But when I finally stopped, my brain just checked out. Which was weird because it didn't feel like this big moment. It just felt flat. And the things that I normally love all of a sudden felt like effort. Picking up the camera to film a video, working on the truck. And that's a really rubbish way to feel about something that's supposed to be your outlet and you love doing. So I stopped pushing and fighting against it and gave it some time. And while I was doing a whole lot of focusing on my family and being there for them, I also started thinking about what actually energizes me. And here's the thing I kept coming back to. I'm happiest when I'm building something, whether that's in work, here in the garage, or somewhere else entirely. It's all that same feeling. The feeling of solving problems, of making progress, of something being better than it was beforehand. And I think that's the thing that I'd lost sight of for a bit. But it's also the thing that I want this channel to represent. I want to represent the community of people who graft day, night, evenings, every chance they get to build, even if it is rusty old Volkswagens. You may be thinking, why now? And the answer to that question is I went Dubshed this weekend. If you haven't been, highly recommend it. You've just missed it, so probably go next year. It's Ireland's largest car event. The crew at GT&I do a great job of collating cars, Volkswagens, non-Volkswagens, filling holes with some of the best cars across, say, Ireland, definitely, the UK and Europe. But I was walking around and I was looking at the finished projects, and it suddenly dawned on me that the truck should be here. Because actually I remembered when I started building this truck, it wasn't about filming, it wasn't about building the perfect show car. It was about the enjoyment of it. It was coming together with friends and working out problems and having a laugh and enjoying the process. So I've set myself a bit of a goal. I want the truck to be finished for Dubshed next year. I want to enjoy the process, and I'm going to bring you folks along on the journey of that. So shifting to the truck, what is actually going on? Well, the answer to that is a lot of unglamorous stuff that isn't particularly fun to film, probably wouldn't be particularly fun to watch, but does need done. Things like taking these brake backing plates, which are different from a Mark I Golf, therefore aren't available anywhere anymore, stripping them down, getting them rust sealed, well, the rust taken off first of all, then treated, and then they're going to get painted. You know, it's not particularly glamorous work, but it needs done, and it's gaining momentum, because once these are done, then we can start to build up the rear axle. Once the rear axle's on and go down, I have stuff coming for the air ride to make sure that it doesn't get stuck like it did in the last video. So things are coming together, and progress is absolutely being made. It's also the kind of thing that's quite satisfying to work on. I would say not glamorous or exciting, but satisfying to see these things come together. So there you have it, slightly different style of video, but that is the honest version of the last few months and what's been going on here and with the channel. Certainly not what I had planned, but I think I needed it. I think that's often the reality of being enthusiasts and juggling life and cars and everything else. So going forward, the channel's going to be a bit more of this. Real, genuine progress, honest updates, no dressing things up. We're going to be focusing on building the Mark I Caddy and finishing that, and I'm sure along the way there'll be one or two other things that will end up in a video or two. So I want to finish just by saying, if you've been here before and followed the journey up to now, cheers and thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And if you're new, you've stumbled upon this video, well, I think it's a really good time to join the journey. But in saying that, if I keep talking, these jobs won't get done and this truck won't get done. So I'm going to get back to it. Thanks for watching.